मैं कभी किसी के साथ भी नेटवर्क करता हूँ, मैं बहुत रिसर्च करता हूँ ऑनलाइन, बिकॉज व्हेन यू आर नेटवर्किंग विद समवन ऑनलाइन ब्रो और गर्ल, you have so much information available. उनके past videos, उनके articles, उनके favorite preferences. Effort डालो, half-ass मत करो. Yeah.
The question I want to get into, right? Something I want to dive deeper into. You've been able to do that not just physically, but also online. There's a lot of people right now from cohort 3 who are in the chat right now. Hello, cohort.
Yeah. Hello.
And they know you are prolific at cold emailing, cold outreach, and building relationships online. So can we talk a little bit about that? Maybe you can start with how did we connect? And then we can maybe talk about your general ideas around this.
So I maybe somebody can put this in the chat, but I have a podcast. It's called DesignMBA.show. So the whole thing came about to me was, this whole Gujju mindset of like networking with people. Because the philosophy is that at one point, like I said, I realized that I don't have to do everything by myself. Like I don't have to be the smartest, the fastest, the prettiest, or anything like that. But as long as I'm connected, Od Khan, as we say in Gujarati, friendship. As long as I know the right people, I'm good. As long as I invest in them. So I was trying to find this hack, like if there's a successful person and I was doing cold emailing for almost like 10 to 12 years, even in Ahmedabad, Bangalore, all those places. I was going to conferences, meeting people, cold emailing them, messaging them, showing up at random events. So I had experience doing it more in person. I went to IIT Bombay, got, like an internship from their head of computer science department. So like all these things that were just like showing up and doing it. But then the world was moving online, right? Like your reach is way more. So I was like, okay, I need to start doing this. So I started emailing people, I started figuring out like exactly how to do this, what to say. And one of the things is everybody is selfish. They want to talk about themselves. So if you make it about them, that's a perfect hook. So in all my cold emails now and before and in the future, pehli jo do lines hoti hai is always about them. Hey Abhinav, watch your live stream. Like let's say if I was in this live stream. If I was in this live stream watching and I was like, how do I cold email Abhinav? So the first thing is finding his email.
Cold email Janil. How do I cold email Janil?
Yeah.
This guy is
exactly.
This guy is mind blowing. How have I not heard of him before?
So my thing would be like, अच्छा, इसने ये shirt बहुत वो मगरमच्छ वाला shirt पहना था. So my first line would be, hey Abhinav, loved watching the stream. My favorite takeaway was this, that eat Balaji wafers, for example, something like that, right? You get Balaji all the way. So now Abhinav knows I'm not bullshitting, because to know that about Balaji means that I had watched the stream. So the first thing would be something about them. So that will hook his attention. फिर second paragraph में मैं लिखूंगा कि what do I do? Because Abhinav has no idea. Like, okay, I watched the stream, but who am I? So I'll say like, okay, I'm in Rajkot and I do web design, for example. Something about me. And the third paragraph would be something of value that I can offer. This is another Gujju philosophy, which is like, pehla apo, pachi lo, which means like you first give, then you take. So then I would say something like, hey, I know you mentioned that you were growing the video team. I have experience editing videos, and this is my sample work. I would be happy to intern for free or do something, whatever, like XYZ. Here's the most important part. I will not put this bullshit line, hope for a prompt response from you, sir. Like, none of that shit. I would just say, I completely understand you might be busy and this may not be a feasible request. Like, लोगों को option दो कि भाई वो walk out हो जाए, बाहर हो जाए. Maybe he's not looking for someone, it's fine. So I'll say that. I'll put a namaste emoji and that's it. So which means that even if he doesn't respond, it's okay because he's busy. I already said that in the email. Most of the times people respond to that. That's literally my template for emailing people. Cold emailing on LinkedIn, whatever you name it. And a step further would be, if I really wanted to go all out, I would actually record myself a short video and put that video in that email. So now Abhinav is going to be like, damn, this guy's like really put in work. So going back to the podcast. So the podcast I literally started is because I'm a designer, I'm in design, and there's this whole like business side of design. So I wanted to merge the two, which is the Design MBA. And we also have a YouTube channel where you can watch the video interviews as well. Like there's one of Abhinav as well. If somebody can post that in the chat.
Links are not allowed in the chat. So.
Oh, okay. Never mind. So you can check it out on YouTube as well. So the point is, I saw amazing work that Abhinav was doing, right? And for me, if I had emailed Abhinav just out of the blue, like, hey man, let's just get on a chat, call and just chat like that, he'd be like, maybe yes or no, but not 100% yes, because he's busy. So that's why I started the podcast. It's a way for me to learn. It's a way for me to do my own MBA without spending $200,000 in Stanford or Harvard. I'm learning from people who are doing it on the ground, people like Abhinav and so many other people. And what I did was I literally messaged him on LinkedIn. I said, Abhinav, I watched your AppNux 2 video. Love this. And I mentioned that specific part about the video, like very detailed. So he knew I was not bullshitting. And I said, here's my podcast. Would love to have you on if you're available. And then I believe he listened to one of my episodes and he's like, yeah, awesome. Let's do this. And then we actually get on a call. Before getting on the call, I actually sent him a list of questions I was going to ask him. Which showed, I believe my questions would have shown him कि भाई ये बंदे ने research किया है. मैं कभी किसी के साथ भी network करता हूँ, मैं बहुत research करता हूँ online. Because when you're networking with someone online, bro or girl, you have so much information available. उनके past videos, उनके articles, उनके favorite preferences. Effort डालो. Half-ass मत करो. So I do that a lot. I literally spent, I believe at that point, 1 to 2 weeks researching Abhinav. Writing down notes. Okay, Unacademy mein tha, pehle Bangalore mein tha. He talked about not being on the dean's list or the university topper in university. So okay, I need to talk about this as well. तो पूरा research किया, फिर जाके मैंने वो message भेजा LinkedIn पे. And now basically that podcast is a gateway for me just to network with more people and learn.
Great, bro. And I will add one more thing is that most people give up after the first one because they're like, I didn't receive a response. 2 things I'll say to that, okay? And let me give you stories. First one, I was recently cold emailing somebody who's the CEO of a very, very popular crypto exchange in India. Right? People who are regulars, you know which exchange I'm talking about. Cold emailing, and I scroll up and there's a cold message there from 2012. There's a cold message in that Twitter DM from 2012. And back then they used to run a different startup. And there was no reply to it, I'll say that. But it was some bullshit that I said, okay? I just replied with a joke. But anyway, so I reached out now and I was like, haha, remember that, by the way. And then we started talking. So it's almost like even if you don't get a response, wouldn't it be really funny if you ended up doing something in the future and you scroll back and your first message was random shit? So number one is that. Number 2, the story, to add to Jainil's story, he said that, and I think that he mentioned AppNux 2. That's one thing that got my attention because I wasn't doing that much on AppNux 2. And he said something about how dharmic patterns are, XYZ. It was a small thing from one of my episodes. Even I don't remember which one. But I remember talking about it. We spoke all of this, and Jenny, I ghosted you, right? For a while.
Yeah, he did.
So tell me about that. Tell me about why is follow-up important?
So for me, it's all about like, eventually you'll wear down the person, but they'll say yes. Because the way I look at it is, you don't know me, right? So it's almost like if you go to a stranger's place and you knock, एक बार घंटी बजाए, नहीं घुड़ाई, टैंग 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 टैंग, 10 बार घंटी बजाए. So 10 बार घंटी बजाने के बाद 2 चीजें होगी. Somebody will come out and throw some water on your face or something, or they're not there, they're traveling. But I know that अगर मैं 10 बार घंटी बजाई है, तो there's no like chance that like you're watching some IPL game and you're like shouting like, "Arey yaar, sixer maar diya," and you miss that. So with follow-up, my thing is, okay, I messaged you. You were probably busy. You thought about it. You're like, I don't know. Maybe a lot of people are doing that to you. So then, my thing is, I'm genuine. And the only way I can show that genuineness to you is by being consistent. So I did follow up multiple times, I believe, after that. Like something else, like, oh, I watched this about you. I like that too. So over time, those interactions you will see, yeah, this person is persistent. This person is genuine. Because in the online space, one of the best filters you can have to figure out if somebody's genuine or not is how persistent they are. If somebody is continuously emailing you multiple times, respectfully, not like, काहे हमारा email का reply नहीं किया, छोड़ देंगे तुम्हें, you know, like not like that kind of stuff, but more of like respectfully, ऐसा नहीं कि एक ही दिन में 6 email डाल दिए, एक week email किया, नहीं reply आया, wait another week, then email again, maybe try a different channel, so respectful like that. So then I believe that whoever it is, I don't care who that person is, अगर वो reply भी नहीं करेगा, वो reply भी नहीं करेगी, but she will remember कि हाँ, this person, they will have the mental memory. So like Abhinav said, in the future, when you do something more successful, they'll remember like, this person, this person is very, very persistent. So it's all about framing their impression of you.
I'm going to read some comments out to you. Okay. We have a lot of genuines in the chat. Genuine, right? I know you've watched a few of our streams, but you're not fully into it. This is something we strongly believe in. We believe genuineness wins over everything else, right?
Yes.
Even if you send a stupid email, as long as your intent is good, right? As long as you're not trying to just get a quick win or whatever, your intent is good.
Yeah.
Nobody's gonna hold it against you.